not handling yourself properly. Don't blame yourself. That's your problem. Yesterday I told you to say that I'm not guilty. It's just a joke you are enjoying. You're just playing games with yourself when you say that. Because you like to play such terrible jokes with yourself. Don't say that to one at all. By saying that, you see you are trying to enjoy a sort of a sadism against yourself. You are against yourself. Self, that is your spirit.
That's what it feels like. It feels like
That's not a good thing. It's not what is wanted. It's not that is desired. So, just don't play on it. Whatever are your moods are not correct. They should not be there. By your moods you are lost. Sometimes you get this mood, sometimes you get another mood of aggression. You're in a temper or something like that. And sometimes you get into this kind of apologetic mood. Both are useless, absolutely useless. Just throw them out. Why should we do it? Both are mythical.
What about positive religion?
Yes, in positivity also the so-called positivity means aggression on others. You start showing your aggression on others. You can aggress others also. That even worse.
Feelings like love and happiness.
That's the thing I was saying. Be joyous. Be happy for what God has given you. Watch the words in the morning time. See the flowers in the morning time. What do they have? They are standing in the sun, in the rain. They are facing the nature all the time. Imagine the delicate petals of the flowers. Do they show any signs of negativity or of aggression? They only emit fragrance. Till they live, they will emit a fragrance. When they will die, they are not gone. Aggressive person cannot come to Sahaja. He cannot go very far. Neither a negative person. But aggressive cannot. He'll drop off. Sahaja recedes from such people. You have to be humble. But you are not to be slaves. In extremes, at least one should know the difference between the two. If there is extreme, say something is very black, then you can see the white very clearly against it. And when you know how to move from one extreme to another extreme, you should be able to see both the things very clearly. And that's how you come to the center. But it is for your own good to be like that. You may say, yes, we understand Mother, but we can't do it. You can. You just watch yourself and see how it works, how your mind is working. It's your house. You have to master it. You are supposed to be a rider and the horse is taking you somewhere wherever it feels like. Either to negativity or to the positivity, so called, mean the aggressiveness. It's the horse that is leading you, not you are leading the horse. What kind of a rider it is. And the horse is like a pendulum. And you are led by it. And when you identify yourself with that horse, which is what to do, it is happening. You can control it. You have to tell yourself. That is to tell your mind to behave itself. Otherwise, you people cannot go very deep into search. You have to go much deeper. If you are worried about superficialities, you cannot go deep. Deep down is the truth. There lies all the joy. All the trees, all living things have their roots deep down. Find out your roots. Where are they? They are all embedded in your heart and your spirit. Not in these superficial things where your mind is moving like a wind here and there, just like a dead leaf. If a big train is coming and the train is faced, say, with some sort of an obstacle, it cannot stop. But if there's a little worm, and if it wants to save itself from the train, it can. It can hide itself into something. You are not a worm, you are a human being. A little living thing can do that much. You are a human being. And if you cannot stop yourself from your destruction, then who can stop? You see in the nature, people live together. Tiger lives in a forest, and there are many creatures who exist. But if human beings cannot save themselves, with all the brain that they have, the dynamic stuff, with all the energy that they have, with all the discoveries that they have made, then who is going to save oneself? Either you aggress on others or you kill yourself. And then what should Mataji do? Or what should anyone do under these circumstances? But to make you face it. In SahajaYoga, you can face it very clearly. You can see others doing it also. But first you must see it in yourself. Unless until you see it in yourself, what you are doing to yourself, you cannot see in others. When I say you see it in yourself, you become self-centered. I mean, anything you say can be twisted. When I say you see it in yourself, that means you detach yourself and see in yourself. What is your mind doing? That's how you can learn others. Also that they are doing the same. Like a person say is fond of good food. If he can see that he's hankering after good food all the time, he's thinking about good food, his mind is working like that. If he can see that, he can correct it also, if he can see it. Apart from that, when he sees somebody doing it, he would not hate that person, but he would help him to cure. On the contrary, I have seen those who are like that hate the other person, make fun of the other person, while they have the same weaknesses. Why? Why it happens? There's a psychology behind it. Because that one which is doing like this wrong in him, you hate that one in you, subconsciously. And that's what you hate in others. But that is consciously. If you hate that part in you consciously, there won't be any problem. That part which is negative, the part that is telling you all these things, the part that misleads you, the part that spoils you, the part that covers the self in you, if you could manage to see that and say, no, not that part, no. But then you start despising the whole. It's a very subtle thing. Either you move from this side to that side. If I try to push you, just go like a spring to the other end. If I try to push from that side like a spring, you go to the other end. The basic thing is the extremes are to be avoided. This is the basic point, is extremes to be avoided. If you feel you are getting negative, take a shoe, beat yourself nicely. Go out and shout. Or take a pillow and hit it hard. Alright? But if you are negative inside, what you will do? You will go and beat your wife. Or beat your husband, whatever may be the case. It's a very simple thing for a SahajaYogi to do. Is to be amused about yourself. Just be amused. Look at this Mr. So-and-so. Now see. When you start seeing yourself like that, you see, be amused at yourself. Oh, so now Mr. So-and-so is coming up like this. Oh, come along, come along. Now the vanity. Come along. I would like to see the vanity that I have. See Mr. Ego coming up. Now, here Mr. Ego stands. Then you start seeing. Be amused about it in the real sense. And you will be surprised that these things will drop off.
When you observe something and you see something in yourself and you're detached.
Yes, of course, very much.
When you
Yes.
see that,
Yes.
and you're still not correcting it, what's wrong then?
No, you should say, get away. You take 2 running jumps and go. That will help. If you want to have phraseologies, I can tell you. But I think you are much more equipped in English language with all the beautiful humor that you have. Just play that on yourself. You see, humor is a beautiful thing that you can really play on yourself. Instead of playing these melancholy songs and foolishly indulging into all this romantic nonsense. Better play some humor on yourself. Sit down and read some humor and enjoy the humor upon yourself. It works wonders. And those who know how to laugh at themselves are the best people. This is what it is. And then, when you are meditating, then you find, oh, diamonds sparkling. All that was foolish is chiseled out, and you see that beautiful joy-giving spirit manifesting itself beautifully when you are alone. In all your worries, all your problems, and all negativity and so-called aggressiveness and everything just disappears, and you are one with that. And you are seeing through that, the brilliance that it is through. You are seeing through and feeling the dignity of that and the joy of it, the brilliance it is from. Just think if you are the sun and you come and you see the sun coming, the rays coming and working it out and curing and changing the colors and giving life. Imagine how dignified you feel and how beautiful you feel. But you don't feel vain about it. If you are that, you just don't feel that there's something special about it. You just see it. Vanity comes when you don't have something. When you have it, you say, it's all right, it's me, it's just flowing. It's just watching it, how beautifully it is flowing. Because of scientific research in the psychological sphere, this myth has come to us that if you try to enjoy something like that, then you become proud. So you just don't enjoy. I mean, the sum total of the whole thing is psychoanalysis, that you don't enjoy anything in life. In the sum total, it comes to, if it is not worked with a realized soul, with the compassion and love and proper understanding, it amounts to that. That you just don't enjoy anything in life. You analyze everything. This way you are bad, that way you are bad. This way you are wrong, that way you are wrong. So you are wrong completely, you should be finished. You are good for nothing, useless, thrown away. End up in the lunatic asylums. Or in some other wretched place, which is not meant for human habitation at all. Idiotic it is, I must say. Stupid. It is like we call it in Marathi, dupatne is a thing we use for burning the incense, you see. It is hollow on this side and hollow on the other side also, because the one side is the stand and the another side is where you put the incense. So you take that dupatna and you ask for something, you see. Something is given on this cup, you turn it round for the other side. So the other side fills in, but this side that is filled in is gone. So you go to see, you want to see the other side now, that what is left in the other one is nothing is left altogether, it's finished. So it is said that happy dupatne dile means this dupatne is that thing, is given to you in the hand. So first you see this side, you try to feel the joy in the cup. Alright? Then you turn it round to feel the other side of it. But this side you have to receive it and the other side is the support. So you need not go to the right, then to the left. By the time you go to the left, the right is over, and the right side you run up to, the left is over. Just be in the center. Push yourself in the center. Just be there. See the silence. Silence of joy crawls in. What's it? What happened?
Sleeping.
Sebastian was sleeping.
That's the best.
He was breathing beautifully.
Huh?
So perfectly regular and peaceful.
That is the best, is to sleep on. Now, any questions?
How far should we be concerned with other people sometimes?
What's it?
How far should?
Should we be concerned with other people? I mean, such a situation where you think that we should have a better understanding.
Yeah.
And yet, you wanted to tell them point blank that they were stupid, right? And so we try to do something. You still draw a blank, right?
Yeah. I would say, you see, Regis, that you have wisdom. All of you have your wisdom. And you tell them in a way that would carry the cool, as they say. Because if you tell somebody you are stupid, I mean, he will make hell for you. So you better not do that. All right. Now, if you tell somebody that you are very clever when he's stupid, if he is ready,
You know that I'm being sarcastic.
yes, they will know that too. Because people here are very clever, you see. They are stupid in their wisdom, but understanding that what others are talking and all that, they know very well. So best thing is, whenever you have to work on them secretly. Give them a bandhan, give them shoe beating, but openly you give them tea. Vibrating, of course. Keep Mataji's photograph and a candle there, and then invite, give them tea, give them some chanas. You see, that's how you have to work with these people, because they don't understand this. They may be clever, so give them some chana. When they want to have some water, give them vibrated water. So you work through their stomachs. Now, when they start arguing, avoid arguing very wisely. I think Rustam knows some things, tricks like that. He does that. He avoids talking about things. I've seen him. And I do it the most of all. I mean, I'm very good at getting out of things. When Gavin does it, is to keep quiet. But there are ways and methods by which you just nail it through. SahajaYoga methods are very different from normal methods that you know. No. And these are miraculous methods. The best thing, if you want to deal with someone, you just leave it to me. And just tell Mataji, please look after him. Then you will see the results. How he comes back to the normal. See, many things work out like that. As I told you the other day, we had gone to Crawley, and there was a big mess created, you see, sort of a complete opposition to Mataji was created, and one man, poor thing, fighting for me and sort of thing. And when we went to the hall, all of them were towards Mataji, absolutely, and the fellow was again put on the pedestal, and higher than it was before. Because some newspaper people came asking for his name, for his interview and all that. And he was amazed that how they came. He doesn't know why they came to take an interview from him. So leave it to miracles. As they say, leave it to Jeeves. Especially this building reminds me. You see, this is leaving it to genes, this has worked. You see, this building itself is like these people went to Western Superman. You must write down all these things in a diary. I think you people should. They went to Western Superman and they all wanted to stay in Western Superman. There was no place for them. No place. And they didn't know what to do. They went all the way from here, where to go, what to do. They wanted to do camping. I said, no, camping is not allowed for my children. So they went down to Bristol, to a college to meet a SahajaYogi. And he organized for them. He offered himself, said, Mataji, they can come and stay with us. And there was another building just like this, where they very nicely, like lords, they lived. So depend on the miracles and the angels. They are right here, all of them attending on to you. Just here, all here. And you watch for the miracles, but you should be surrendered. If you are not, then no. You'll be amazed how the miracles work out. And those who are closer and closer, they would be amazed the way things are worked out. I mean, there are so many things that like that. You cannot imagine. You should write a diary of all these things, what has happened and how it. Somebody must start it. Even this place is nothing but that. Yesterday I was just thinking where you would be, and I hope you are happy, and I felt you were all very happy. I was wondering, they must have gone somewhere. After all, you have to go on the war. War front. This is the war here. But in a very comfortable way. And you are fighting them. This place has something which is to be fought of. So you are sent here. All so many to fight. Lot of past of England is here, which is to be fought, and that's how you are here. But in comfort. You will be taken to the right places where you have to fight, but quite in comfort. Angels are there, and they want to work through you. So they'll give you all the comfort. You see, like a camera that we take somewhere, you see, we keep it in proper places. We may have difficulties in handling it and standing somewhere, but the camera doesn't have any problem. We must look after the camera because it's a delicate stuff. Like that, you are the instruments. So they look after you. You are not tortured. You are not troubled. But I mean, supposing you get some kinks in your head, then nobody can help you. That's a different one. That's your style, is to get kinks in the heads. But otherwise, it's a very comfortable place. And you are fighting, you don't know you are fighting. You don't know what you are doing here. You think you are just sitting and enjoying yourself with Mataji. No, you are doing great work sitting down here. The whole history of England is fought here. Better now. And I was so happy that so many of you agreed to come. If I tell you this, don't be frightened for next time. So, how far you have to go with others is your sense of judgment, and you learn this tact. There are angels around you. They will put your hand through and they will make you see where to go, what, how to do. That you should get 30 people for SahajaYoga community is something remarkable. I had one person to begin with in India. One person, one old lady of 60 years. So you are lucky people, I must say. Already things are arranging, because when she told me that there was like a shop, you see, everybody is telling them about yourself and all that. And this one, some Raj Yogis came, they never appeared, and there were TM people, of course, they are out now. So, it's all worked out beforehand. I mean, imagine this place to be found out by dawn. Wherever you are spreading light. You do not know about it, but it is there. Only keep your lanterns clean. Don't get to kinks and waste my energy for nothing at all. And you'll be amazed how much light you are emitting. And how much you are fighting. And how many people you are impressing. So, you'll be amazed that if you leave it to SahajaYoga, after some time you'll just give up. If you do not like a certain thing, you'll just give up and you'll not be bothered. And neither you'll be sorry. Like you have seen my grandchildren, you see, they come and work on somebody. For a while they'll climb on and they will do this and they'll work very hard and cling on. But after some time they just get away. Absolutely, all of them will leave. Just like the dogs, you see, leave the bone. The same way its bone is left now, nothing more can be done, they get up. Which happens like that, spontaneously. Then you don't even feel sorry that you have not done anything, oh, you have worked so hard, it is such a waste and all that. You don't think all these things. You say, no, we've done it, let it be. But so many people whom you will think you have left will come back. What's it?
The tea and coffee is ready for everyone. Tea
All right, we have to go there.
We can bring it to you, but I think most of us will have to,
All right,
take that.
so go ahead. It's a good idea. Better offer tea. We got it. Themselves. For example, supposing you say you are a Buddhist. Supposing one says I am a Buddhist. You don't become Buddha. By any chance, you don't. You don't become a Buddha. And this understanding goes on disappearing after some time, you see, among human beings. And I was amazed that really the head of the Zen is not a realized soul. And I told him, and he told me, they had only 26 Kashyapas so far, only 26 realized souls there. And he was traveling with about 500 disciples. He came to India. And none of them were realized. It's a fact. You see, now supposing you are an Indian, and if I tell here to someone that in India if you go, these temples are now the fortress of tantrikas, and people are using the temples which has living deities for something wrong things, people won't like it. But it's a fact. If you go there, you'll be amazed. See, I explained to them all the things because they had invited me for this. I explained to them what is Zen, and I told them what your temples mean and how you go into thoughtless awareness and all that. But first thing is realization. Without that, nothing happens. You see, it is all prescribed for realized souls. Zen means dhyana, meditation. Those who are not meditative, means who are not realized, cannot understand Zen at all. You have to meditate. Otherwise, it's just a joke going on, it's a drama going on. You see, people are just thinking that by reading Zen and all that, you are going to achieve something. You cannot achieve anything by reading. Even if you read Bible or Gita, you cannot achieve anything. It's only reading.
Myself, really. I also agree that I think this happens in all religions.
All of them are
Yeah,
there.
that
Not
you'll
one.
You'll find 75%.
100%. Zen. I will tell you, I have travelled all over the world. I have travelled all over the world now. I have been up to Chile, up to Argentina, up to Colombia. Except for Australia, I have been everywhere. But I have met many Australians. And I can tell you, I haven't met one sect which has anything of truth left in it. Not one sect. Leave alone the religion part. Not even one. Like people like in India, there was a very recent one, Vallabhacharya, was a great man. I mean, he was like an incarnation like that he was. His disciples, I was amazed that even they were like that. When he had just done the same things that I am telling you, that you have to get your realization without realization, but they were also just the same. They are also following, you see, something that is dead. You see, supposing you are not realized and you start doing SahajaYoga to someone, moving your hands like this and raising the Kundalini, what will you do? You cannot do anything. So before, you see, feeling anything about what I say, you get your vibrations all right, first of all. You get yourself realized, that's the main thing. Is. Once your vibrations are all right, then you can judge it better. Because before that you cannot. Because there is no rapport with the truth and with the absolute. You must get your vibrations corrected. First your vibrations must be corrected, you must be realized, and then you must judge it. Otherwise you cannot. This is why you see, we can spread anything which is false, because there I don't have to put a condition on you. Here you have to be realized, you have to be settled down. Then only you will understand. Without that, by paying money, say by joining any committee or by becoming any member of it, you cannot. You cannot become a SahajaYogi. SahajaYogi can only become if you have got the vibrations, if you can raise the Kundalini, then only you can be a SahajaYogi. This is a very big condition. I mean, if you have some sort of a society, as you have Buddha society, or you can have a, say, a church or a temple or any society, anybody can join it. You can join it, but you cannot be called that. And this has to be because of this problem. A person like Christ has been brought out and thrown onto dust. Person like Buddha, person like Mahavir. All incarnations, they were very great, too great for human beings to understand. And because they never got realization, they just brought them to dust, absolutely to dust. Buddhism have taken such perversions to provide. If you go to Ladakh, Tibet, these lamas, now see the lama is beating. Now could you call it Buddhist?
But some of the lamas are not Buddhist at all, they're just heads of their community. They are not religious people.
But they are not realized. I have not met even one lama who is realized. You know this Pancham Lama and this, what is Dalai Lama. I'll tell you, they are politicians. That's 100%, not only, but they are possessed people. You see, apart from that, they are possessed. You see, that's how they get their third eye and all this nonsense, and they got those visions and things. My husband was with Lal Bahadur Shastri, and Lal Bahadur Shastri's wife was a little shy lady and she could not go out. Normally, I used to attend to people and I used to sit next to them. So when this Dalai Lama and this Pancham Lama came to Delhi, I was sitting next to him. I just could not sit. I was getting such burning from him. I felt a little nervous sitting next to him, I mean, funny. So Shastriji asked me, why are you not happy there? I said, if you permit me, this man is not religious. Then you sit. He recognized me. He said, yes, please, if you want, you can sit on the other seat. So I moved on and then I gave him bandhan and all. They are parasites, apart from anything. You see, in Tibet, people are so poor. So poor. Have you been to Tibet? Very poor people. So poor you cannot imagine, the poorest of poor are there. And these people live in complete luxury in palaces like this. They take their milk in silver bowls. And they have marble in it. And the people are in absolutely dire poverty. They do not have houses, they have thatched things. I mean, you cannot imagine the poverty there. Out of those people to suck the blood and live like this is only possible for the Rakshasas, I tell you. Even if you do not like it, I have to say that. You will feel the same way if you are sensitive about it. I went to Vrindavan, to Gokul, and I came back and I told them all the Rakshasas, all the Kansas Anucharas, the servants of Kansa, all the Rakshasas are now the Pandas there. Now you may not like it. When Christ hit people with a hunter, they did not like it. But that doesn't mean they do not deserve it. And when the Ganges slashed her anger this time, all the Pandas had to run away. See, they are the people who are making money on the river Ganges. sitting there, looting people. How can it be God? It is anti-God, absolutely anti-God. Absolutely, 100%. Whether people like it or not, I have to say the truth. I am not here for seeking elections. All these are to be punished and are to be thrown away from the society. These are the ones who crucified Christ. These are the ones who hit Buddha. These are the ones who tortured Mahavira. These are the people who are today have religious people trying to propagate religion and trying to make money out of it. Very ingenious method to build up a religion to earn money. It's floating an enterprise.
I agree with you, but what my point was that where you criticize, you see, my interest in Buddhism is not in Buddhists, but the philosophy of Buddha. So
That's what is Sahaja. He is nothing but Sahaja.
So therefore, what was the criticism? Because you see, if you're going
Not about Buddha, I was saying, how can I criticize Buddha? I mean, we use him for clearing our...
Other people that feel that.
It is, you see, how can I criticize? It would be saying tomorrow that I am criticizing Christ. I mean, how could I criticize him? I mean, how could this idea go into your head? Never. How can I criticize him? On the contrary, I am criticizing those who are using him for their own purpose.
Well, that's agree with you. But
That's
that
it.
happens with Christ, it happens with
That's what Mataji says all along.
every spiritual leader. You know, even Mahatma Gandhi, he's been so abused, and he hasn't been dead very long. I think the day after he was dead, people misquoted. This is that name.
Yes, but somebody has to say it. Somebody has to say these things, isn't it?
Somebody has to speak out and say it's wrong.
Yeah.
You see, I am giving voice to what you want, you feel within yourself, isn't it? That's what. How can I criticize something that's my part and parcel and my being? How could you think like that? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Look at that. It's good. So you don't be dragged into these things. You see, this is a very important thing that you must all get your realization. All of you must get realization because of this one snag in all the religious leaders. This snag has done all the harm. You see, Buddha was absolutely correct, but that was not the time for giving realization to people. So he thought that if he organizes people, they will be ready to receive the realization. That's why he organized, you see, and that's why he created a Sangha. But as all people are, I was also just the same, because I had to learn a lot about human beings. You know, these people are too pure to understand how human beings are crooked. Even, you see, some of them have said that you must not tell lies, you must not do this, you must not do this. It's useless for human beings. If you tell them, immediately they'll take a Bible, go, have a congregation, have a church nicely, and give lectures. You should not tell lies. These are 10 commandments. Christ came in and he's our Father, he's this and that. Go home and do the same thing. And take all the money from the people. Is Tukarama, there we had a very great saint like Ganeshwara. Take the greatest of all is Adi Shankaracharya, the one who came, you see. He did not come to refute Buddha, he came to refute Buddhism. The way the Buddhism was going. And what he said is exactly the same the Hindus are doing. Exactly the same. He said, na yoga, na sankhya. Neither by yoga nor by sankhya is this kind of a record and all that. And by doing all this Sangha Shakti and all that. Nothing. Only by Mother's grace that it will work out. And that one has to get realization. He said so clearly. But you will find hardly few Indians who are supposed to be Hindus reading Shankaracharya. Can you believe? Now what's the use of reading him? Oh, you praise the mother. That's what he said. People asked him, why have you praised the mother only? Why don't you write something else? He said, that's the only way you can get it. What's this of giving all avidya, non-knowledge? I am giving the real knowledge. You praise the mother and just do that. And all those learned pandits and all that, they challenged him. And they tortured their lives. Now what is the present Shankaracharya Sringeri doing? Do you know that? This Shankaracharya took a sannyasa because he had to work and dedicate himself. And he went all over the world, wherever was possible for him. He went to Kashmir and all these places. And he did such a lot of work. While this fellow who is a small little horrible thing, he is now making, whether you like it or not, I will have to say this. He is trying to collect money because he has to make an umbrella of gold. And he has to put diamonds on that. And there's 7 stones will be put. And 9 stones will be put on that umbrella. And one day when he will be sitting, the umbrella is going to fall on him.
But I feel that all this doesn't matter because the truth is what matters. And the truth is the hardest thing to find. And
Yes, that's it.
So people will find it in you.
But you see, a truth can be found when you remove the clouds.
If the clouds being,
No. That you have to remove yourself.
yes, but you can't prevent the clouds from forming. And
No, you can't.
so therefore,
You see, it is your own mind that forms the cloud. If you are on the truth, the clouds will disappear. But you must tell people there are clouds. You have to tell them. Not only you have to tell them the fact, because you see, we are getting people here from different sources and different types, you see. I've been facing people in Japan, for example, I've faced lots of Zen people. And I had to talk to them. Some of them did accept, some of them did not. What can I do about it?
what I meant was you can't prevent people from making clouds like false leaders. So I
It's the
think
false leaders who take advantage of people.
yes, but you can't prevent that. So therefore, you don't sort of allow them to block your way. You just walk round.
That's very nice to say, but it doesn't happen that way. They block your way because they are in your subconscious. You have to face them. You have to take them out. You have to cleanse them. With SahajaYoga, what happens? That you can see them and you can clear them. But if you just say now and realize, oh, it's all right, it is not so. It is not so. That's why they did in the ancient time, the Hatha Yoga style was first to take a person from childhood away from the madding crowd, keep him there, cleanse him, keep him in pure conditions and treat him very well. And then give him a realization gradually from one chakra to another chakra and take him up. For this was done in many ages, in many lives of those people. They were again selected, brought in, and again it was done. It was a very long process. But now, after getting realization, you can do it yourself. You can clear yourself, clean yourself. But you must face what sort of problems there. Now for some people here, I mean most of them, they have no this problem anymore now. They do not think that these Buddhists and any one of them, whether lamas or dhammas or anything, they have any contribution to make towards spiritual life. They are convinced of it. They do not contribute anything to spiritual life. These children do. It's a realized soul. It's a realized soul. Now, if he is the realized soul, and if the head of the Zen is not, what can you do about it? It's a fact. And those who follow Zen are not following because they have to be realized. First thing is they should be realized. And who will realize them if the head is not realized? If one light is not enlightened, how is it going to enlighten other lights?
Anyway, Masterji, the thing is that after you have been realised, after you've got realisation from you, if you go anywhere near people like that, it's not like it was before. You're really physically ill. I mean, I ought to know that.
Now you better tell them, Sheila, about yourself. You see, you're sticking on to this. Now just tell what happened to you, Sheila. You tell them.
There's just one point.
Right.
Maybe it's her, she has to go the long way round to come to
No.
The point is that
You can't avoid
It is, now I'll tell you what. It is, you are saying this, that you people all believe that you are all guided that way. It is not. You can seek guidance. But nobody is going to force you that way. It's your own choice. You make mistakes through your choice. Your freedom is all the time there. What I can do is to tell you what is what and leave it to your freedom. That if you think that if everybody has to go, then why should I be here?
no, I didn't say they have to go, but when once people make a choice to seek, they're not going to just walk straight into the open door. They're going to crash into the wall on the way. So therefore, people who come to you by many doors will do that. I mean, but
Yes, they do.
very fact that
Yes, I
they're
agree.
searching the truth.
Yes, they do. I have all the patience. I know. I have all the patience for them. But what my job is to tell them this is a wall. Now you don't hit your head. And being a mother, you can imagine, I see them as little babies, now newly born. So I feel concerned and I tell them very positively, very clearly that don't jump into that fire. But still they do. Sheila did that.
That's what I said to Gregoire this morning. Although you know that you haven't got to, you think, now no matter just told me that can burn me. But I'm just going to put one finger in a little bit to make sure. And once it's burnt you, you know, like you never, I mean, it just freaks you out completely.
She didn't identify at all. She just visited them once only.
I was very ill, physically and everything. An intensive, which was being run by, although he wasn't there. I don't like to even say his name. Looked in that. A good job.
Just imagine.
They're all crazy lunatics.
Well, there are lots of them.
And now, you see the people from Muktananda, now just see my position is, they come from Muktananda here, so many of them. I cleanse them, I clean them, I put them right, I tell them whatever it is, why they are so ill, what's the problem, how it happens. I mean, I have to work really very hard for them, really very hard. And then they are again going to some trap. So, I have to point it out very clearly. That as long as you are identified with falsehood, you will not be realized. You cannot get it. You have to give up falsehood. See for yourself. Work it out. The best judgment, your vibrations. You must get, now see this girl has been reading certain books and things and that's gone on her head. Now she herself can feel it that there's a blockage in her head. You can feel it yourself, isn't it? If the sensitivity is alright, then you go the right way. But no, you see, your sensitivity is very much blurred and obstructed. Still there, come here. Now ask me other questions, alright? So, it is for your own good.
Yes.
Your own good. And I'll tell you, I'm not telling even one thing that is wrong. And I will not. Whether people like it or not. Though sometimes I cannot like. Because things do not go straight into their heads. As I told, that if somebody is stupid, you shouldn't say you are stupid. Yes. One has to go in a roundabout. That's a mother's style. But I have to tell you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. First thing you should do is to establish your vibration. First thing is that. Then you talk about it. You should say nothing doing. First my vibration. There are so many people who have established that. Well, I have not yet. Why not? I must get it. That's the thing should be there. If that works out, very good. If it doesn't work out, then work it out. That's the only thing you have to get. Nothing else. It's to understand. Now I asked her, what books did she read? What happened? She told me. See? So I can now correct it. I know where is the problem. You see, by telling me facts, what is the problem, I can correct it better. Like a doctor is to be told what is the thing. Because most of the things here in the West we have is mental. Our reading, our past life and all these things in the subconscious has come, and also our ambitions and our aspirations and all that. All these things work out to me. So we have to clear ourselves, we have to be absolutely cleared out. This is what Buddha wanted, is enlightenment. What else? Did he want people to form society? Nothing of that. He wanted only to get enlightened, to be able to read themselves and not some books, you see. Buddha wrote no book. Nothing he wrote. And those who write about him were not realized people either. He said that you should not worship anything because he was so fed up with the people who were worshipping all kinds of non-things. So he said, don't worship. Now they are worshipping his tooth, his hair, his nails, this, that. Of course, to me, I know it is great. Everything has a meaning. But to these people, it has no meaning. They cannot feel the vibrations of that. So what are they worshipping? Like in Kashmir, I went to a place and I just got tremendous vibrations. And I said, what's here? Is there a temple or something? They said, no. I said, this place seems to be very vibrated. I stopped the car and asked the driver. She said, there's a Iqbal, is that the one hair of Muhammad is put there? Oh, I said, that's great. And the driver said, what's great? This hair has caused so much problem here. People have been fighting over it. There has been so many murders in this land. Now what the poor hair has done? I said, just a minute. To me it has given joy and such feeling of oneness there. And to others it has given fighting. The Muslims have been fighting because the hair was lost and this and that. And then when the hair was returned, they did not know whether it was a true hair or some other hair. Big controversies about things. I went to this one place of Valmiki ashram near Bihar, you see, on the other side of Bihar, Nepal. And I went down there, see, wading through a river, you see, to see that place, just to feel it. I know it is that. So then when I came back, you see, one of the very learned man from Bihar, he was also there. He said, Mother, what do you think? Is this the place where Sitaji lived? I said, yes, she did. She did. I said, how do you know? I said, I know it. For one thing, it's my own experience that it was so, apart from that, you can ask any SahajaYogi, they can say that this is the place she lived because you could feel the vibrations throughout. She said, really? There are books and books written against it, that this is not the place, this is on the Indian soil, not on the Nepali soil, this, that, or this, that. Just imagine. They are fighting about the Divine Mother, whether she was born in Nepal or here. She was a Nepali lady. She was born in Nepal, no doubt about it. But Nepal is no good. They are no good. Neither Indians are. All are just the same, horrible people. Fighting. Anything good you bring in, they start fighting. What to do with this human nature? Actually, these people did not realize. None of them knew as I know you people. Really, I can tell you. Even Christ did not know how human beings are good. They are too good. Humanization has to be completed, I think, in this life of mine. And I get horrified. Still people think I'm ignoramus, I don't know much. I have to still read a lot of things to understand human beings. You see, because of their so-called intelligence which cheats them. Because they think, they can manage. They think they can manage everywhere. What they are not managing is themselves, their own joys, their own properties, their own wealth. That's what they are not managing. That's what they are not feeling. That's what they are missing. That is within them, so great, bubbling, manifesting, anxious to come out. That's all missing. Now what are they managing like foods? This outer show. Somebody has to say it and convince you. I am here to convince. I'm here to convince you about Buddha. And do you know, Buddha took his birth again. He was Hassan and Hussein, one of them was Buddha, another was Mahavira. So the silence. Buddhists won't accept, because they got a fright of their lives, the way the Buddhists were all soaring. Muhammad Sahib took his birth as Nanaka. If you read Nanaka's life, if you read what he has to say, all the time he's saying, oh God, how are you fighting among yourself, the Hindus and the Muslims, or the Muslims and the other people? I'm just the same. How are you fighting? You see, when he died, Muhammad Sahib, and he saw where the religion was taken by Muslims, he was to be born again, to tell them. But when he was born again, and when he started telling, people stoned him. And these Sikhs asked them, these fools, you go and ask them what he has done. All his life he was trying to unite both of them, because he was so much surprised at this. And imagine the Sikhs, all their lives they are fighting the Muslims, and Muslims, the fools, they are fighting the Sikhs. I talked to some Arab ladies. They agree with me. There are so many who agree with me. They can see, after all, they are intelligent enough to see. But something of it lurks in us, which must be taken out, which is false. We must give up all that is false, because falsehood keeps you away from reality, which is beauty and joy, which is yourself. When I talked in 1970 first time, and I lashed all of them, I called it spiritual jugglery. Left and right, all of them. I said, then everybody was so frightened. There was one Raja of Mandi, he came, he said, Mother, they will come and kill you. I said, this time I'm going to kill them. Nobody is going to crucify me now. Don't you worry about me. He said, we are worried about your well-being. You are saying like this, you see, people will feel very angry with you. I said, let them come. This time I'm going to face it. It was all right before I put up a show. But now, no more. Let's have it out. Somebody has to say it. It's very nice for me to go about, pleasing all of you. Oh, very good. This society is very good. That church is very good. Pope, you're my love, and all that. And get all of them together, because I'm a realized soul, no doubt. And I can say that, I'm this, I have got curative powers, I'm raising Kundalini, and this and that. And get all of them put together. I could have done that, but it's not going to work out. Of course, if they come to me, I'll manage. Because there's a certain protocol of the truth. Christ did not go to these people and tell them. He argued with them and told them what was the truth. Buddha preached non-violence. He thought that by non-violent methods these people will accept. But he found by doing that, what has happened, all the horrible Rakshasas are sitting there, very nicely. Anybody who is a good person is to be tortured. That was the Lord. Anybody who is a religious person must be killed. Anybody who was a realized soul must be crucified. This was the pattern of life. So they came as Hassan and Hussein and fought it. If the time comes, the wrath of God will come upon these people. He has a very tremendous wrath. If in one incarnation, if it has not shown, it doesn't mean it does not exist. It does exist. It's all right for Christ to say that if somebody slaps you on one face, put the other around. It is just to develop your patience. But when you slap on one face, of a realized soul, one side is cleared, and when you put the other cheek, the second side is also cleared. Both the sides are just cleared out. That's why it was said. The deeper sense is like that. And then the person falls at your feet, asking for forgiveness. Just see, a wasp bit me here, and the vibrations were 100 times more. Isn't it a funny thing? This is a very deep secret of life. But at least you must know that unless and until you give up all that is falsehood, which keeps you floating on the surface, you cannot go deep down. These are all bubbles, you must have seen people floating with two balloons jetting out. In the same way, our ego and superego keeps you floating. It doesn't allow you to go deep down into yourself. So by rationality, you cannot understand it. You give up your rationality. Come deep down in the center. You have to move there. Buddha did his job. He built up here on left hand side of the personality. Mahavira did his job here. Now it's my job to do it. Is to break your rubber and let me do it. They are all within me. They are part and parcel of me. I am theirs and they are mine. Every minute, every second, every moment, they are here. Don't worry about that. You have to worry about yourself. You just think how far you have gone with your meditation, how deep you have gone into yourself. If you have not gone, it's not a mistake of SahajaYoga, but it's your own mistake. There's something wrong somewhere, just like that. Where is the mistake? Is your ego bloating out or is your superego bloating out? What is not keeping you dive into your being? See now how much I am working hard on her. Days in and days out. It's a simple thing. In India we had someone who belonged to a big organization and he came round and he started arguing out. So one of the Sahaja asked, now come and tell me, how many people you have given realization to? How many people you have cured? He said, none. Then he said, what are you talking to Mataji? She has given realization to thousands of people. She has cured thousands of people. We have cured also. So better take it from her instead of getting angry with her and telling her about this big organization that you have. When the fellow was changed and when he went and told his organization people who were following him as a guru, they said, oh, he's gone mad. They left him and they selected another madman to be their guru. Nobody is going to stand by you. Organization-wise, I can tell you, all your organizations will never accept me as a whole. Never. Because they stand on some falsehood. They will never accept the whole of it. None of these organizations are going to accept. In America, I've seen the same thing. It's a sad thing, but it is the same thing. There's one lady who is running, she calls it Light of the Universe. She invited me there and she took me down and she arranged for me 3 days conference and all that. So I And at the end of it, she took me down into her house, down below. And there she had made a temple, and all full of boots. And she said, "Here I call my master from Tibet." I said, "Very nice. So why have you called me?" I put a bandhan to her and all that. I came away. So some people left her completely. They joined me. She's writing to me that I should go to her and again address, because she makes a lot of money out of that. But I told her you have to wait for some time. So the whole of it won't come to me, because the basis is wrong. The basis is wrong. Absolute falsehood it is. The basis of all these organizations is wrong. It has done no good if you see it very clearly and honestly. They have done no good. At the most, they are philanthropic things. I mean, we can say a council, which is rendering help to some sick people to admit in the hospital and some this and that. That's all. At the most, if that done anything. So you are like council. It's a council. But why bring in God there? It's all right. You are social workers. Do the social work. You just not spiritual. Spiritual work is spiritual work, where you are to be awakened. You understand? So all those societies or all those religions, all of them, one and all, 100%. You are saying 25%, I would say even if 1% is there, I'll thank my stars. Even 1% I have not seen. A genuine one which is based on giving realization to people in the real sense of the word. This so-called this Daya Mata's place, I've been there. This Yogananda was not a realized soul. You'll be shocked that Babaji and Dadaji and all of them were not realized souls. Now the people who were there have come and told me. You see, there was a doctor we had, he died of that. He used to do all the khichari, he used to cut his tongue, put it back, put it here, you see. Imagine all these things. And always his tongue used to wag like that, and he had to put some sort of a hold for his tongue, otherwise the tongue would wag out like that. He had cut it for his thread and turn it up, put it here for raising the kundalini. Just imagine. Now if somebody comes like that, what should I say? Now you cut your nose and put it inside. Just tell me, there are people like that. This Yogananda school, they are doing khicharis. Kabira came and he lashed them completely, these khicharis and all that. He said, one day your tongues will be cut, your noses will be cut, and this will happen. You'll be hanging down, head downwards in the hell, the way you are treating these people, those who are sick. These are the people. And they publish books, you see, their books will be published. And they will have BBC programs and everything will support them and help them, because they are all based on falsehood. What did they do to Christ? Did any scientist accept him? Did any bureaucrat accept him? What did they do to Buddha? When he lived, he had a very bad time. After his death, of course, everybody started making money and things like that. But what could have they done? Japanese supposed to be the most, as you say, Japanese are Buddhist, cruelest people ever known. Cruelest people are Japanese. Cruelest of all. See, they have such a funny system. I went to Japan, I was amazed that any good-looking woman does not marry in Japan. This has come out of Buddhism, just imagine the system. No good-looking woman would marry. Neither an educated woman would marry. Only dishwashers marry. The women who are absolutely useless, good for nothing. Ugly-looking, horrid women who are maidservants in other places. They marry, and they are the mothers of the children of Japan. The mother, even if her husband beats her, does anything, has to bear. He can bring keeps in the house, concubines there, he can go and visit the geishas, she's not supposed to say anything. And that's why in the whole world, a Japanese wife is the best. She's worse than a slave to him. And if you go to Japan, nobody will invite you to their houses and homes. See, I went without my husband, so they didn't know what to do out of me. So they couldn't take me to geisha houses, and they couldn't take me to their houses either. So they didn't know really what a pickle I was. And they didn't know what to really make out of me. I told them I would like to go to geisha houses also, see them once. And there I found with these geishas when I was talking to them. They are fed up of this nonsense. They said, you see, we are beautiful women, so we don't marry because we get the money. And we are part-time also career girls. There were some part-time geishas and part-time career girls. And they all meet in there. You see, they are absolutely openly like that. Here they do it also. I mean, the way women go out for dating is what? Is geisha business. Dating is what? I mean, there they call themselves, at least honesty, they are geishas. But here dating, the poor man has to pay for them every evening. I mean, it is too much. All this is in a very subtle way here. So you see, you say there's no prostitution and there is prostitution. I mean, they said, what are the laws of prostitution? You cannot sort of advertise it, but you can have a sauna bath or something. I mean, some sort of a thing that they have made here with their intelligence. But in Japan it is clear cut. Geisha is a geisha, housewife is a housewife. But if you see a housewife, her hands, there is no softness, very hard, just like the bark of a tree. If you see the feet, if you see their legs are bent, their bodies are bent. Very young women look so old there. We were invited to a very rich man's house. There I saw his daughter-in-laws were beautiful, but they had to pay a lot of money to those girls and to their parents to get them there. No girl would marry. Then the children, when they see their mother being treated like this, what will happen to them? You see, after all, there's a mother's pride within them, and they can't bear it anymore. So, Japanese are the people outside, they're very disciplined. You see, they're like the way the mother is disciplined outside. They'll go on buying you. So if you don't stop, they'll go on. If you stop it, then they will stop. They will not stop earlier, but if there's an accident, they'll get down about each other. But in the crowd, if they find a foreigner, they will put their heels and drop him. They kill people in such a butchery way. They are butchers, I tell you. They are very disciplined because one is talking, nobody will talk. They are just like machines. Hiroshima gave them a shock. That really gave them a shock, and they were jolted. The young people now, the young women, are revolting against it. They are realizing. Well, I don't know the way sometimes the young go also another mad crazy thing. But there is an awakening in Japan. Now you can't blame Buddha for this. You cannot blame Viditama for this, Zen man who did this. He was a realized soul, no doubt about it. They do not understand anything of Zen. They do not. They said, this is all very difficult for us. They have certain things like no play, which I went and saw myself, and I really enjoyed it. They couldn't understand why I was enjoying it. They couldn't understand why I enjoyed their temples very much, what it was to convey. You see, they have temples which create, like you can say a moss temple is on top of a hill, you see. You have to go through a building and on top of a hill when you come out. There's a little place like that. This one. And there's a little mound made like a drop, you see. And a little drop here, like a question mark, you can say, or a drop here. And it's all filled with small plants of moss. You can see it through the what you call the magnifying glass. Beautiful, different, you see, mosses are. Now, anybody will go say, what's this all the way to brought us here? What is all this? Is it a temple? What sort of a temple? Now that is a Zen style, that when you see it, you cannot answer why, how. You just stop there. It's thoughtless awareness. Was to awaken your thoughtless awareness. So the Zen people say, now you tell me what is this? I said, is it what Zen has told you? This is what which should not make you talk and think. You just say that you watch this. And do not ask any questions. Become one with it. That's what the Zen people tried to do. They thought that by doing this, by telling people that watch this without thought, watch this without thought, it will work. But they did not know that these people were not even awakened. It's only possible for people who are awakened. They were of that height, they did not realize that these people were not even awakened. How can they do things without thought? And all these temples are useless for these people. There's another place where there is a lot of sand spread out and a beautiful pattern drawn on it. And there are some stones of various forms put there. And you have to go sit around it and see them. Everybody who goes there, they said mad people. They take you to a temple and then you see all this. And America said, Sahaja said, whoa, what's this? All the way walking up, oh God, I lost my feet. And what's this? What is it? And nobody can understand. The Zen people don't understand. You see, this is what it is, very beautiful. You must see, this is very beautiful. They are telling in their funny English to these Americans. Really? And they have to walk bare feet, you see, all the way down. They can't understand why all this circus was done for them. And the ones who is explaining do not know. It is nothing but the same thing. That you watch a thing which does not communicate anything to you, so you become blind. Then they start comparing, as usual our ideas are, that oh, this is like an ocean and in the ocean there are these boats. It's rather not like a boat, I must say. The another one will give some other idea that this is this. But that's the thing, you don't have to do. You don't have to compare it with anything, you have to just see it without thought. That's what Zen wanted to do, to watch a flower without thinking of it. Just watch it as it is. How can you do it unless and until you're thoughtlessly aware? And they did not know that people are not thoughtlessly aware. That's possible only when the Kundalini is above them. They thought minimum that must be with human beings. You see that they are thoughtlessly, they can become thoughtlessly aware. They did not know that that is also missing. Because they were of a very high quality people. All of them were born realized actually. 26 of them in 6 centuries, can you believe it? 6 centuries started. Till the 12th century there were 26. After that there was not one kasha. It's a fact, it's written down. I mean, I'm not telling you now. So who can explain what is what? In every religion, in every book, all this nonsense has been done. Blind, explaining something that is light. It's an impossibility. I do not blame them for that. But I blame them there that they think, oh, we are the enlightened, oh, we are the Buddha, we know everything, we are Christ. Christians think they are all Christians, means they are Christ themselves. This misidentification is very wrong. You understand now? This is what it is.
All the Buddhists I know never say that enlightenment comes easy. It can take 1,000 lives.
That's the best way of deluding people. It takes 1,000 times. It's correct. At what time? When they were Zains. It was very difficult, but not today. It was very difficult at the time of my grandmother's time to think even that you will go to the moon. And even when people went there, she would not believe it. She said, no, you are just showing a picture, just be fooling me. How can anybody go? Even if you showed her anything, she would not believe it. She said, it's all, they are coming to the earth and this is what you are just, they are just be fooling you. Don't believe them. They must be fooling. Even today, if you tell her, she's not going to believe. Because it was impossible. Even when I was a student, you see, they used to say so many million years and billion years it will take to go to the moon. It has not taken anything like that. So the growth of life, when it comes, in the beginning, one flower appears. The second appears after 3-4 years. Then when the tree comes up and when the blossom time comes, so many forms come. This is a living thing. First, one fish became a reptile. Then after many years, second one came in. But after some time, shoals of them became. It's the evolutionary way. What they said was correct at that time is not correct today. Because they say, are you going to stop your realization even if you are getting it? For them it is impossible. Not difficult, but it's an impossibility. They can never get realization. So what they say, there's truth in it. It's difficult. These lamas, never, none of them, not one of them is going to get realization. Take it from me. Not one.
I'm not defending lamas or organizations at all. I agree with you.
I'm just telling you, I'm not telling you, no, I'm not addressing it to you, but in general I'm saying. I'm just saying a general statement. Part of it is, of course, your mind I'm speaking. And also giving clarification. These lamas are parasites, absolute parasites. Living on other people's money, or opium, other people's money. Dealing in opium is the best. All leading an abnormal life and doing all kinds of abnormal things. Never given any guidance to the whole world. It was all guidance how they could live without spending any money. First of all, it is difficult to give realization, you can see that. Then when you give them also, they again go down. Then again bring them up. Again they go, again bring them up. If it is not working out, it is not working out. Now, as it is, if you say that my left hand is tingling, I am not telling you that you are saying that. It is happening to you. It's definitely there. So there's something wrong. So you must cure it. It's a simple thing. I'm not giving any auto suggestions that your right hand is paining or left hand is happening. It is there and it is there. You yourself you are telling me. So what I'm trying to do is to help you out. Take it out. And it is not so easy also to make it better. It's good.
So it's so cold and it sounds really hot.
See now, she herself is telling me. This one is so cool and this one is so hot. Now I'm not telling her anything. Right. You see, one hand is cold, one hand is hot. How do you explain? You cannot.
Mataji, yesterday in the seminar, one of the things we didn't know much about was the void, because it seemed a very important part of it. The Navi and Swadhisthana around it, yet we didn't know that much about it.
So what do you want to know?
Well, I mean, how the Kundalini passes through it, because there's an article written by one of your disciples in India saying that it was a difficult bit to bridge.
What is it?
That it was the most difficult bit to bridge.
For them it was. What we call void, maybe as Gregor said in the Zen, void has a different meaning. But in SahajaYoga, what part we call as void? In SahajaYoga, we do call it as void, what part is. But if you want, you can call it Bhavasagara, or you can call it by a gap, named as a gap. It's the stomach of the human being. It's the visceras. And it has got two important chakras. One is the central one, which is called as the Vishnu's chakra. And the another one is Swadhisthana, which is circling. The relationship between the sustaining power that is within us, which is the evolutionary power, which gives us this human form from an amoeba, which is the evolving power within us, placed in our stomach, on the solar plexus. This relationship between this power and with the 5 elements,